Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
The former #1 overall pick has had his ups and downs in recent seasons, but he finished strong last year and inherits a really good offense in Tampa that should set him up for success.
Now a 3rd-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. A quick throw there is incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to your...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. But, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. He is off to an unfathomable start throwing the football, throwing the 2 passes, both been intercepted and returned for touchdowns. We'll see how he bounces back. It's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start here with a handoff to White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Getting to the ball that time was Jeremy Chin.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Going with White here, toss left. And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a second straight play. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taken from just outside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Jackson on 1st down. Jalen Waddle. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jalen Waddle. 45 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bucs ready to take over once again. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker. 20! And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 50 yards. yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Opting to run again here with White. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here's Jake Camarda now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And shoves him off at the 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That'll go down as a 92-yard punt return score. And the Ravens have opened the lead up to 30. Well, partner, time to start thinking about dinner plans after this one. I don't want to write them off first quarter, but my goodness, the offense clicking like this in a 4-score lead.
We are programmed to not get to that stage, right? To not think that way, but you can't help it. They look like sheer perfection right now with those 4 scores this early. Let's see if they can keep it up, and let's see if there's any way possible they can be slowed down.
Yeah, right now, I don't see any signs of them being slowed down. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start the drive with White. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Running out of the gun with White. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jalen Waddle ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And oh, it's wide right. No good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield. Evans has it left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. This is taken at the 23. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And they will take over 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Play action. It's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kalijah Cansey just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that. There he goes, right side. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Chigakakwo, 50 yards. And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And he missed it. Not only was it wide right, didn't even look to have the distance either. Wow. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Chase Young, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Mayfield to throw it. On the screen, this is Edmonds. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's taken on the 25. A solid stiff arm. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They go play action with Jackson. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this 2nd half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the
Down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ken Walker, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are pouring it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he missed it. Not only was it wide right, didn't even look to have the distance either. Wow. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense now?
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on the free kick. And that's a big mistake.
Kicking team.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's complete downfield to Okonkwo. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have got it on cruise control. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now Mayfield. This one taken in by Otten. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mayfield down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Rashawn Gary able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And taken right on the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
It must be something about the night air because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly... Push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Throwing is Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't,
oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Rashawn Gary bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Here's Austin. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return. And the Ravens continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And oh, this is no good. Not even close, really. Way off the mark, and our score stays right where it is. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Trask. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I get the backup.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
A 2nd down throw for Trask here.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
The Bucs on 3rd down. An almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Trask again. Under pressure, Trask, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
He's across midfield, fighting his way through contact, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Willis. Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Let's go. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. And he missed it. Not only was it wide right, didn't even look to have the distance either. Wow. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Trask. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got Watkins on the out route. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one, you're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film. You just flush it. And review. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. He's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Trask now on second down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Patrick Queen came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort. Keep trying to keep your quarterback upright. And
can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And now, how about this? The free kick from the 20 going to be out of bounds. And that, of course, is a penalty. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Automatic first down.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Come on.
Back to throw, Willis. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go. Ready up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Willis on 3rd and 1. He's going to rifle one deep left side and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. Quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Trask to throw it. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid, still pitching a shutout. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League.